everybody. Welcome to our Monday Night Live. And today I want to talk to you about some really powerful stuff. I had a few situations today happen, also some really amazing calls from some accountability partners. I probably have, it's pretty cool to see the type of people I'm starting to attract, but I've got about 3 to 4 accountability groups. I'm about to bring on one more in different areas of life. So today, the biggest thing is about a yes or a no. And I had a voice memo from one of my friends. I have 2 accountability groups for 2 different types of books that I'm reading. One of them is in investments and wealth. And one of my friends, Erica, she sent me a voice message today and she's like, hey, when are we getting on our call for this book club? And I was like, this week is really slammed. I've got 2 webinar presentations on Thursday. I fly out to Texas this weekend to be on the panel to meet up with a bunch of clients and friends. Hello. And it's going to be really intense. So I don't think I can commit to it this week, but next week, I promise you can have my full attention and we'll schedule at least minimum a 15 to 30 minute call to review and to see how we're going to integrate the material. And she says, I completely understand and I respect you telling me that. She said, because when we say no to something, we're saying yes to something else. And if we're saying yes to something, we're saying no to something else. And I want you guys to really process this because what I've realized is there's a lot of people that are drifting in the world. A lot of drifters. I've been in seasons where I've drifted because I wasn't clear on what I wanted. And when you're not clear on what you want, or you've been at and working towards what you want for so long that you have now wavering faith with it, or you might have lost belief in your ability to achieve what it is that you truly want, and then start to maybe set some backup goals or start to kind of dabble around, and that becomes a little bit dangerous. But today I want to stay focused on when you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And when you're saying no to something, you're saying yes to something else. So when you get completely clear on what it is that you want, and that's what a goal is. A goal is, if we really get clear on the definition, what does my heart want? What does my heart want? Not my programmed mind or all of the noise going on in the world or the fear going on in the world or what people are trying to project of what you should be doing. What does your heart want? And just stay in silence until you gain clarity on it. And we leverage off of the things that we know we don't want because we've had experience with those maybe multiple times in our life. So when somebody asks you to hang out, and this happened to me many times by multiple people, whether it being dates, whether it being people that just want to be in my energy and my presence. You guys, I'm running a business. I'm writing a book. I'm pursuing my speaking career. There's a lot going on. Plus taking care of myself. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of things that I'm working on, how to become, or sharpening my skill set on learning new things, or meal prepping. I shared in my stories today on food prepping. Now I have new goals for my body. And there's adjustment things that happen. You're going to have adjustment seasons. You're going to have transitional seasons and seasons where you have to pivot. Right now, the business infrastructure has had to pivot. So it requires more of my time and my attention. And so when you guys are in a season of growth, when you're in the season of planting or enriching your soil, you have to become very comfortable saying no. You have to become very comfortable in being okay with disappointing people. You have to be very comfortable in learning how to have your own back, because you're the only one that's going to know where you're going. Even other people around you are going to try to distract you or manipulate you or to make you feel bad. And so today I had somebody's like, can I come see you? Can I come hang out? And I said, no. And they're like, oh, well, your energy's off. And then automatically I'm getting, I was like, listen, I think you're probably bored. You want to hang out. I get it. I'm very clear. I've got great energy. I'm very optimistic. I'm very positive. When people are around me, I'm always building them up. I'm pouring into people all the time. So if I'm in a space where my time right now, my extra time is training, food prepping, pouring into myself, ocean plunges, even now carving out time for my family. You guys see my stories. I'm sharing more time with my family. Like that time is scheduled time where I've had to make sure that that time was audited. And so when you're saying yes to something, you're saying no to something else. What season are you in? Am I in a season of pulling out the weeds and moving out of toxic soil into new soil? Do I need to replant myself? Do I need to figure out how to enrich and create a new ecosystem for myself? Like, what season am I in? And have that deep, like, quiet, honest time with your life. I mean, like, go deep, deep, deep with the honesty. Because the more the deeper you are with your honesty, the faster you're going to get there. Or at least the faster you're going to have more clarity on what the there is. I've been doing hundreds this year. Every time I get off stage, I have anywhere from like minimum 20, depending on the group, to probably 75 to 100 consultations within like the month. And many people are in a fog. Many people are in a fog. And instead of trying to avoid yourself, learn to sit with yourself, because there's a difference between pain and suffering. Pain, having to sit with yourself, or, you know, versus trying to like jump around and hang out with other people because you're trying to distract yourself or because you're bored. Like, learn to be comfortable being bored. Learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's what I love about the yoga practice. The greatest practice the yoga has taught me, number one, yoga means a union with your higher self, is being able to breathe through the discomfort, to be able to sit with myself. And so find ecosystems that are healthy for you, define community that is healthy for you, whether it being joining inner circles, joining small groups of stuff, whatever it may be, and understand like what season you're in. Today I also want to talk to you. So the theme also is having this conversation with my friend Erica, and she sent me that voice memo. But shout out to my girl Erica, and who's the boss, doing amazing things. So she was saying, just to let you guys know, she was saying, when you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. So say yes to your dreams, say yes to your goals, say yes to your future self. Every day is a decision, and you have to get clear on, am I moving closer to my goals, or am I moving further away? Let me put this in here. Oh man, I didn't save what I put in here. Okay. So today I had a meeting with my book writer, writing a book. It's going to be, the goal date for publishing is July 1st. And a section in a chapter we're talking about is pivoting. And there's a difference between pivoting. There's a difference between a pivot and a transition. Do you guys know, have you guys ever heard this terminology, like pivots and transitions? Pivoting, transition. So I played ice hockey, and we're having this conversation because she played a different sport growing up. So it's interesting about the dialogue. And what we called in ice hockey was a pivot. A pivot is like when you're moving from one direction and the whole game changes into another direction. So you can't slow down momentum. You have to go in the other direction like as fast as possible. So maybe you're playing from offense, and then quickly from offense in like a millisecond, you go straight to defense. And you have to be able to quicken your transitions, and there's a loop around. And so sometimes in sports like soccer, they'll be running forward, they'll stop, and then they'll start back pacing. You can't really do that on ice skates. Well, I guess you can, but you cut, and then you kind of do more. It's more like a loop around. It's like a loop around. So situational change can often be immediate, whereas transition is a process. The difference between a pivot and a transition, letting go of the old. So if you're working towards becoming and building and working towards your most elite self, or a better version of yourself to get to the next level, whether it being financially, whether it being emotionally, whether it being mentally, physically, whatever, all of them, spiritually, you can't move in the same direction. Your DMOs, your daily motives of operation, need to be different. They need to be built as if you were that person, and then you reverse engineer, and every day you practice in becoming that version of yourself until you get better and better and better and better. letting go of the old and what was, developing the next phase and adjusting. So you're in an adjustment phase now. Now you're in an adjustment phase. Oh, my coach is on. What's up, coach? So now you're in this adjustment phase and you're creating a new beginning. So pivoting is making a quick turn when change has happened by surprise or without you planning for it. So remember, you're going to have seasons in life, whether you are removing yourself from a toxic environment, from toxic soil, and you're digging up or planting some new seeds while you're enriching an ecosystem that is going to support your next level upgrade. So where am I positioning myself in my life that is going to pour into me and move me closer towards a more elite version of myself? And when you're in that season of change, sometimes you're going to be in an ostrich phase where it's going to be a solo journey because you're transitioning soil. You're enriching your soil into new ecosystems, and you need to have this adjustment phase. And that might be more so of a transition versus a pivot. So a pivoting is still keeping up that momentum and going forward, but maybe life situations happen where you have to keep moving in a new direction. Everybody's talking about the economy and recession. We had COVID. Those were moments where we had to pivot. There was no time to transition. Those moments are times for pivots, to move quickly, to think differently. In order to do that, sometimes you're going to be in a season of no. And you have to treat every single day as if that day could be the day where you're going to receive all of your blessings in life, and everything you're wanting is just going to come your way. But if you keep saying yes to things that you really want to say no to, you're only blocking your blessings. Are you guys hearing me on this? This is so important because I've been saying no a lot, and it's been disappointing and aggravating a lot of people that are like unfriending me. And it's okay, because I know when harvest times happens, like that's what's on the other side. You guys got to think for the long game, not the short game. What's on the other side of this? Is this going to matter in 5 years? Is this going to matter in 3 years? Is this going to matter in 1 year? You guys like receiving this here? Because this is powerful stuff. I've been coaching a lot of my clients on this recently. I'm personally experiencing, because when it's your time to level up, the yeses and the nos need to be weighed out very intentionally. Very intentionally. I did a live stream yesterday, and what's up, Annette? I did a live stream yesterday, and even on the live stream, the women from my past were like, "Where you live in Miami? I just moved to Miami. We're going to hang out." I'm like, you guys, unless we're working out, like I'm going to invite you to my workouts. Unless we're, going to church, you meet me at church, because now that's another enriched ecosystem I have. Unless you want to meet me at the gym, now I'm going to be in there. My coach was on here. I'm going to be in there at like 6:30 a.m., waking up at 4. You can meet me there, but other than that, it's a no. It's a no, because you have to protect your goals as if you gotta treat your goals like they're your babies. You gotta treat your goals like, like I'm a mama, I'm like the mama bear, and my dreams are my cubs, and they're in danger. So every day, I know that is being super exaggerated. I think I just saw the Animal Channel the other day. I saw something like that. But you got to pretend like your goals are your children. And you have to protect your children. You have to protect your dreams. You have to protect your goals, because nobody's going to protect them. They're actually like being preyed on every single day. So every single day, you have to remind yourself of where you want to go, who you want to be, and work backwards and practice being that person today. Practice being that person today. That's why mentors and coaches are so important, because they remind you in moments where you don't remember. They will remind you and keep you focused when things and people, places, and things try to distract you and you are not strong enough yet. Say no when you mean it. Say yes when you mean it. Start to become very intentional and be okay with disappointing people and losing people in your life. Because it's your job to protect your goals. It's your job to show up for your goals. And it's your job to learn and to do your best on this journey to experience what life could be in your full potential. I love you guys. I'm doing a mic drop on that one. I'm going to head out now, but I hope you have a blessed up night. I want you to process this information. And if you need anything, just send me a message. March 25th, I'm going to be having a 3-hour live workshop. And it's going to be very powerful. We're going to be building DMOs, which is daily motives of operation. You're going to build out productivity schedules where you're not compromising yourself, you're not compromising your family, and you're not compromising the things that you love in your life. You're not compromising any of those. We're building you out 2 productivity schedules, not just 1, but 2. And how to build a 6, 7, 8-figure business or on your journey of building that without compromising yourself, your family, the things you love in this productivity, Get Shiznit Done course. The link is in my bio. Click on it. I have $5,000 worth of bonuses. They are only going to be up till tonight. 5 coaching sessions with me, Inner Circle for the month for only $497, valued at $5,000. You're getting a gazillion things of bonuses. It is so wild. And you're going to be very, very productive, very, very efficient, and you're going to be very, very clear on where you're going this year. All right. And you're going to be in a very supportive, a very strong ecosystem, because if anybody knows me, anybody that's worked with me, or you know anybody I work with, you know we win, you know we get results, and you know you guys are overly taken care of. Okay. So I love you guys. I hope you have a blessed up day. Click that link in the bio. Send me a message if you want to just hop on a quick call, and I will talk to you guys later. Send you so much love. Remember, you deserve to look, feel, and show up in your day and in your life as your most elite self.